will discuss a little bit about schedule job as just part of the revision of our previous session. Okay, then we will be moving towards event and notification. So these two things we will be covering today, and then eventually we will be moving towards catalog item and workflow. First, that I believe it will be just script inflow, which will be there with the influence. Okay, so now everything will be on server side. So as we discussed last week, what is a schedule job? So schedule job is nothing but a piece of JavaScript code which runs automatically on server, right? So we have to basically provide some specific time, right, when this particular schedule job should run, and then eventually what happens is whenever that specific time arrives, right, this job will trigger automatically, and whatever logic you have written in that particular schedule job, it will get it will automatically process. Why do we need schedule job? Whenever, let's say, we have a requirement wherein we have to automatically generate some sort of report. Best example is, sorry, you want to get a report of all the incident which got created in last 1 month at every month end, right? So there are two ways you can manually pull the report every month end, and there is another way by which you can do automation to this manual work, and you can write a schedule job and which will pull the report automatically, and it will send it to the people whoever is requesting. Second important thing is automatically generate and schedule entry of records such as incident, change item, configuration item from a template. So let's say based upon certain business use cases, you have to daily create some sort of incident record, right? That you can schedule because you have to, that it has to be created same way daily. So why to do manual? What you can do, you can write a schedule job. What it will do, it will help you to create those incidents automatically following a template. When I say template, means the values will be predefined. It will not be like random values. It will be predefined values which will be used for generating those particular requirements. Okay, then run schedule job from scripts or business rule. You can run your schedule job via business rules also and scripting tool also. Scheduling at the end of the month. This is the one which we have. I already told that there is a need wherein you have to send some report every month, or you have to send it something every weekend, right? There you can utilize your schedule jobs. Okay, so we also discussed about different states what schedule job has. So whenever a schedule will be there, right, in system, it will be in ready state, and ready means it is about to get executed. Its time is coming and it is about to it is ready for its execution. Running means the job is already in execution. Job is in execution means, let's say, it is creating incident or it is processing 5,000 record, all that it is under running. Okay, queued means it is about to run, so it has already reached to a queue. Okay, let's say I want to run some job every 4 a.m. in the morning. So what will happen? Whenever time will be near, right, the job will come. It is like 3 a.m. The job will get ready. Okay, eventually, and then what will happen? At 3:45, the job will be entering in a particular queue, and at exact 4 o'clock, what will happen? Job will be running. Okay, and then there can be two outcomes. Whenever your job is running, it can be two things. Either the job is successfully done, the job is successfully executed, or there can be some error based upon certain conditions which are not. Okay, so these are the different states with respect to schedule job. How do we create schedule job? You have to type schedule job in application navigator, and then you can select a new from there, and then you'll get these type of options with respect to creation of your schedule job. Okay, so let's say you wanted to generate some report, then you'll be selecting first one, the automate the generation of report. You want to do some incident record via template, and second one. Third one, you'll be selecting, let's say you have to do certain business logic, time zone calculation, or certain email notification trigger. Okay, you have to, let's say, trigger a job to automatically close the incident over the weekend, or something which requires some different logic, but It doesn't require it doesn't require you to do every day same thing. Okay, you can sorry, it requires you to do the same thing manually. In that case, what you will do, you can automate it by writing that piece of script in the ServiceNow schedule job, and then what will happen, the job will execute based upon the time frame which you have mentioned. Okay. Another important thing which is here with respect to schedule job is this is one of the most asked question in interviews, that let's say you have a report which needs to be distributed every month. How do you set up schedule job for them? So because all the month will not have same number of days, some month have 31, some month have 28, 29 days, some month have around 30 days. In that case, in which particular day your job should execute, so you'll have to mention you'll have to select something called 31st in the date. Okay, so that system will understand that this job has to execute every month, not any other day. Okay, you can specify the exact time duration whenever your job needs to be executed. You can specify all that, and then eventually also whenever that time frame reaches, your job will execute, and whatever logic you have done into that, it will work. Okay, you can write certain conditions. So you can always put condition with respect to time also, or you can put certain condition based upon certain other condition, like if record is into so and so state, then only this job should execute. All that you can do, because these are scheduled job and they run in the backend. Like we have backend in the sense like background, they run in the background, which means they allow you to do any other job. So like right now also, when I'm speaking to you guys, right, what is happening, there may be a lot of scheduled job which will be running in my background of my ServiceNow instances. Okay, a lot of job will be already in running state. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother any other process in whether to run or not. Okay, it is running in the background. So like we have our async business rule. This scheduled job keeps on running in the background. Okay, so we can specify all this. Then another most important part is there is no current or previous object available. So whenever you remember, right, when we were discussing about business rule, we saw that with respect to business rule we have current and previous, but whereas with respect to schedule job we don't have current and previous. But because it runs on server side, you can use your glide record. You can call your script include here. Script include will come up later. We will discuss on that. Okay. Another important part with respect to scheduled job is whenever you want to make sure that your scheduled job runs, right, the last line of scheduled job should return a true, which means whatever condition you are specifying, right, whatever value you are passing at the last line, it should be true value, which means the condition should return true. Let's say I want to run a job which should be on Sunday, but I am trying to run that job on Friday, means that job will fail, right? Because it is not Saturday, it is Friday. So this particular job will not. So the logic, whatever you are writing, the last line of that script schedule job should return simple. And then run the script. In the run script, you can put your logic. You can use your glide record. You can call your functions. Everything you can do here, because the code runs on server side. So all server side APIs are here: GS, glide system, glide record, glide date and time. Everything is available except your current and previous variables. Okay. So yeah. So let's say you have written a particular schedule job. Now you wanted to do test. So it's not like that unless and until that time reaches only you will have to wait until that time. Not necessary. ServiceNow gives you an option of execute now. If your condition and everything matches, they are perfectly fine. You are not running any job. With respect to days, right? Days means definitely it will not run, because you are on Friday sitting and asking for a job which runs on Sunday. Right, you will have to definitely tweak your logic to make sure that it runs on Friday. Okay, so maybe one or condition you need to include, and then there is something called execute now button. So the moment you click on execute now button, irrespective of timing, whatever you have mentioned on the job will get executed then and there, that time itself. So as I told, you have to go to scheduled job. Okay, the moment under system definition, you have to come here. Click list of all the scheduled jobs, whatever is running in my system as of now. Okay, or what all jobs are there in my system. All the jobs are listed here. So I have total of around 254 jobs which are there in my system, which are running as of now. Okay. Okay. So let me see if I have any job wherein. Let's see what type of job is this. So this is something related to API. So there is some logic which is getting executed at midnight. My API monthly requester starts. So this is some system job which is running. So this is nothing but ServiceNow job. Okay, which is running and which is generating some sort of data. How many maybe number of API calls we are doing, right? That details it is collecting and it is sending over. Okay. So if you see, right, this is running on global application. So application scope is altogether different thing. It is running daily. Okay. And time zone is not specified. So it will take system time zone. Okay. And it is running at midnight 2 o'clock. Okay. Which means if let's say tomorrow Yuvendra comes up and says that, okay, Ravi, I want list of all the problem record which got created within last 15 days. Every day at midnight 3 a.m. Ravi will go crazy and can say that how I can do that, right? Every morning 3 a.m. I need to wake up, and what he can do, he can quickly schedule that report. Okay. So this is one of them. Let's say you have to create a job. You have to click new icon, and then you get these 3 options. If you want to generate a report, you can click a report. This first option. And if you want to generate some sort of incident, you can click the second option. Most probably you guys will be dealing in this. Okay, most of the time it will be this. Rarely you may get certain scenarios wherein you will have to generate some incident. Most of the time it will be like by inbound action is that they will be requesting, but not for anything else. Okay. So mostly you will be either working on report automation or you'll be working on script logic of your choice. Okay. So with this, I believe, yeah. So with this, we have our end of schedule job. So you can see all your schedule job, whatever schedule job is running within the system, right? So, yeah. So you can see all the schedule job which ran in the system. You can see their logs, how many times they are the repetitive type of job, or whatever job log is there, whether they failed, succeeded, or they're still stuck. So all that details you can find it in that job logs. Okay. So this is just for like if you want to do some sort of troubleshooting, right? There it will be very handy. When your system performance will go down, that time will come up close for sure. Okay. Now let's move to the next important thing, which is events within ServiceNow. Now, what is an event? Okay, event is anything which happens in ServiceNow. For example, when you click a button in ServiceNow, that is also event. When you select a record, that is also an event. When you update a record, that is also an event. So you do anything within system, right? That is an event. I hope this is clear, right? So in system, you do any sort of action. Let's say you reload your page, you refresh, everything is nothing but an event. So based on event, you can do certain thing within ServiceNow. Okay. Okay. So indication event is nothing but indication something notable has occurred in the system. Example of event can be a record has been inserted, you created a new record, you deleted something, you updated some record, okay, or you have logged in into the system. Even you log into the system, that is also an event. And based upon that event, I can do something. For example, whenever you are logging into the system, I can send email to Uganda that, okay, these many people have logged in into ServiceNow. Okay, this is one type of event. Whenever you are logging out, right, that time also I can do something based upon your logout time, right? If some log information is done, some error is being received, everything is called nothing but an event. Even when you try to impersonate other user, right? So impersonate means I am trying to replicate his profile. I'm trying to behave how his roles and everything is there within ServiceNow. That is also considered as an event. Okay. Now this event you can utilize in order to do something. Okay. So record an event recorded in the event queue when the event occurs. So whenever there will be some event, like let's say you are logging into the system, there will be some event which will be recorded into nothing but an event queue. An event can be triggered or created via these methods. You can create event via script include. You can create it by all the server side thing. Okay, so if you see, right, when you are logging into system, that is something which you can utilize via script include or business rule or workflow, or even your schedule job. You are working on a schedule job. Through that schedule job also, you can generate some event within ServiceNow system. Okay, and with that event, what you can do, you can write that action. Okay, whenever this event will occur, what do you want to do? Okay, so most probably, most of the time, you will see that, whenever something happens, we try to generate nothing but email notification within ServiceNow. So let's say whenever incident got breached, okay, whenever incident got breached, what I do, I try to I send that incident list to your assigned to manager. Okay, that this particular user was not working on the incident and incident eventually got breached. Okay, or some VIP customer has logged some issue within system. That time also I can generate event within ServiceNow. Okay, so in order to work with event, what you have to do nothing but you have to register that event within ServiceNow. Okay, so there is one syntax, gs.event queue. You would have when you would have gone through that particular thing when you guys were working on Glide systems. So Glide system, during that time we discussed that, okay, there is one function called event queue which is available through Glide system. Okay, so in order to make system that, okay, whenever I'm clicking on this form or whenever I'm clicking on this tab, some event should generate, and system should understand that, okay, whenever as a user I'm clicking on this option, right, some event should generate. That system should understand, and based upon that understanding, it should do something. Let's say we want to send some email, right? So for that, what we have to do, we have to register the event within ServiceNow. First thing. Creating queue is an optional thing, because by default, if we do not create any queue, it will go to default queue. Most of the time, you may not be asked to create a queue, but if you are working on certain integrations, there you may want to capture your event, because what happens, event queue is already filled with lots of events which is happening within ServiceNow. Somebody will be logging out, somebody logging in, impersonation, record creation, everything, right? So you may want to have your event recorded separately, then you can define your queue, which is not mandatory. If you wish, you can do it. If you don't wish, not necessary. After that, create a script to generate the event. So firstly, you will register the event. Secondly, you will have to create a script which will generate that event. Okay? And third thing, you have to create a logic to respond to the event. So one script will generate the event, another script will perform the action. Okay, when this event got generated, what should happen? We'll see that. Okay. So in order to generate event, or in order to create, or in order to register event within ServiceNow, what you have to do, you have to type event registry and then click new. Let's go there. So you will have to type events. So events, if you see, right, under system policy, there is events, and you have to click on registry. So any sort of event, I can give any name. It's not necessary that I have to give this specific name. Any meaningful name which which works for me, which is easily understandable based upon my customer requirement. Let's say incident created. Okay. Let's say I am creating an event which is incident created. I can give any name. Okay, I can give any name. Try to put some table name, and then when you want to trigger that, and you can accept this event name. Everything is non-mandatory. You can define the table, on which table ideally event should be tagged, but you can trigger it via anywhere also. Fired by, you have to type the name of the script just for documentation purpose, not a mandatory field. That from where this event is getting fired. Let's say I'm saying that this is event is fired via business rule, and I can give name. I can give that business rule name XYZ. Okay, whatever business rule. And what this event will do, I can put it in description. This event is responsible to send email to assign to assignment group. Okay, so let's say whenever an incident gets created, this event, what it will do, it will send some email to the assignment group which was to which this particular event got assigned. Now this is the event I am just registering within ServiceNow. Okay, so let's say now event got registered. Now we have to create a script which will generate this event. Okay, so for that I can use any server side script, which means I can go for business rule, I can go for script include, I can go for schedule job or workflows. Workflow script include will be a later part of your push. But as we have done business rule, let's go to business rule and we will trigger this event from the business rules. So I want to tag this particular event to a specific thing. So let me tag it to incident table. Whenever there is a record created, after that, this event should get generated. So what I'll do, I'll tag it to a table. So let me type it incident. Let's select this script to name. I can give a name to generate event. Okay. So I'll do advanced. I'll select like after insert. Whenever record gets created, then I have to do this. Now I have to write a code to create this event. So I'll have to do gs.event queue. The moment I type it, it will give what all parameters that it can have. Okay. So firstly, I'll have to mention what event I am generating. I want to generate this event. Okay. For which particular table or glide record, I want to do it for current table, incident table, so that all the field related to that is visible. Let's say that I want to send it to specific person, so I can specify their email ID also here, email ID 1, comma email ID 2. All that extra email ID persons, I can mention it here, or if I don't have, I can just leave it like this. Now what will happen whenever incident will get created within ServiceNow, this event will trigger. Okay, this event will get triggered, and based on this event, what should happen, that I need to define. So I have registered the event. After that, I have written the script which will generate that event. Third thing I have to do is now I have to make sure what should happen after this event gets generated. Okay, so notification is second part, which will be coming, but let me show you what you can do. You can do something called notification. You have to type notification in this application navigation, and then all notification will come. So let's say I wanted to send email to assignment group. So I'll have to specify which particular table this notification is going. So I'll have to mention like incident table. I can give send email something, some name I am giving. Okay, when I want to trigger when event is fired. If you see right here, send when this email should be sent whenever this event is fired. Now I have to select that. So I have done like incident inserted or incident created. This is my event. Whenever this event is getting generated, that time I have to send some email. So whom I should send this email, I should be able to send it to, let's say, myself, system admin, and I want to send it to some assignment group as of now. Let's say I want to send to analytics manager whenever incident gets created. Okay. Now I can define the body, what should be subject, what should be HTML body or the body of my email. So incident created event created, and I can put event generation event generated. Okay, something like this. I can put all that. So whatever I want to put, I please find details of, and if I want to put that number, etc., I can select from here. So this is a draw kind of expanding variable which you can use. It will have all the fields of incident table, and there will be some reference field also, so you can select those. So let's say I want to put some color. I want to, where is my number? This is my number. So I put like I that one here. Put something like color, and I'll paste it. So even I want to incident created, I want to put that. So what I'll do, I'll remove this number, and I want to show like what incident got created in my subject. So I can do like this, and I'll get saved. So let's see whether it is working or not. Okay. So incident. So remember that our event will generate only after the ticket got created. So event after insert. So after the ticket got created within my system, then that event will be generated. So let's create it. Okay, so I put this, and let me put assignment group app engine. So this incident, the moment it gets created, it was new. Now it got created. Okay. So once it gets submitted within system, what happens? My event will be found. It's taking some time. Okay. So now, how do I believe whether my event got really created or not? Okay. So first thing I can do is I can go to my mails. This email should be triggered. This email should be there. This type of, okay. So it should be having subject as email event generated. If I go, you see, right, there is one incident which shows event generated. So this is my incident number which I created just now. Okay, and it is having that particular subject as event generated. See, this is the color I put, like please, and all this can be updated. Okay, this is completely customizable as per customer requirement. Okay, so I got to know that, okay, my event got generated based upon whatever condition I have provided. If you see, there is something called event log. You should be able to find your event name here. So ours was incident.create. So you see, in the event log, you can check whether your event really got fired and for which incident it got fired. So param 1, remember we put something called current. If you go to your business tool, there is something called gs.event queue incident created, and this is the parameter. Means for current record, whatever record it is getting created, it will take that as a first parameter, and second parameter, third parameter, we kept it blank. Okay, so by default it is going to, I have not specified any queue. It will be going to a default queue. If I wish, I can even specify the queue, but for that I have to create a queue. And queue creation is a bit long process because you have to literally copy the content. If you miss there, then it will be difficult. It will not identify the right queue. Okay, that queue creation steps is already there. I believe I have already provided. Yeah, I have already given you example of how you can generate the event, how you can create the event. Both will be there. Okay. So even you can generate events, at some specific time also. Let's say you want to generate event at morning 5 a.m. So there is something called scheduled event. You have to just mention what time you want to generate this event, right? So all that also you can do. Okay, so we have scheduled event, we have event queue wherein we can utilize to generate event within ServiceNow. Why to generate event? Because we want to do certain sort of action. Okay.